Last time on Hero Squad, Under the Dragon Shadow.
They are headed north in hopes of finding transportation, while Hex has his sights set on chasing down the thief from the train who appeared to travel north in an airship. Presently, they are approaching the hamlet of Askelios. Someone slams their flagon onto the table and storms out saying, "If you're not gonna do nothing, then I'm gonna do something." And he leaves.
You really stormed out in a huff, said that if they weren't gonna do anything about it, you would? So why don't you fill me in, friend?
Them dirty shifters living out in the woods.
Shifters.
They come out here, them beasts, foul werewolves, every single one of them.
So you saw them take your son?
No. My son, the other day, I sent him out, I said, "Where's our livestock going?" 3 days ago, he leaves, says, "I'm gonna go find it." Follows the trail into the woods. I haven't seen him since.
I wanna go out there, find the son, maybe find the sheep, and prove this dumb town wrong.
I'm down.
Well, do you know where to start? Like,
the woods that away.
On the continent of Khorvaire, a chance encounter brought 4 intrepid travelers together on the road to adventure. Though they began as strangers, they soon became known as the Hero Squad.
So, y'all awaken the next morning, a little after dawn. It's still pretty early. The sun is fully out though, so you can enter out into the world. If you head all downstairs, there is a breakfast waiting for everybody. It's just kind of a whole bunch of stuff laid out on the bar. Yelcha's kind of walking back and forth, but she's not attending to anyone. It's just kind of grab what you want kind of situation.
A buffet?
A buffet, as it might be called.
ooh, what kind of buffet?
Continental.
Breakfast buffet.
Yeah.
Is there waffles?
They actually have like a little magical device
Pigs in
that
a blanket?
makes them for you,
waffles.
like when to order. Yeah.
What? What kind of establishment am I in? Like I was not expecting that here.
It's called a waffle iron.
I've never heard of such a thing.
What would you like to do?
I would like a pigs in a blanket, made with waffles.
All right, you obtain a waffle blanket.
Delicious.
I'm just going to grab a sausage and put it in my pocket and grab another sausage and eat it for breakfast.
Okay.
We're going out.
Did you like wrap up that sausage or just put like a floppy, greasy sausage in your pocket?
Don't worry about it.
Helja. We're doing like a little excursion out in the woods. We're just gonna get like.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I've heard that. That's why I want to know. Is there anything we should watch out for?
Oh, there's all kinds of happenings going on out there. Yeah, I mean, some of the townsfolk think it's shifters, I don't know. I've never seen no shifters coming around here, nothing like that, doing anything wrong. It only started happening a couple of days ago,
Really?
Yeah, that's probably, about this time, probably about 7 or 8 days, yeah. It's odd, really, because there could be all kinds. There's critters out there. There's bears and wolves and all kinds of things.
Yeah, I assume since you're here at the inn, you talk to everybody. I imagine you've heard some any rumors of like any wild animals or any like.
There's no reason for us to believe what it is. We just know that things are turning up dead and they're missing, and it's just the shifters have been living out there for a long time, long time. It's weird if it were them to just start doing it now.
Have you ever been out in the woods before?
Oh,
I imagine.
I don't head out that way, no. I'll leave that up to my husband, yeah.
Is there anything out in the woods that we should like look for? Like, is there any like landmarks that your husband would know?
Landmarks? Where?
Like a cave or any like trails that we should follow?
Oh no, I don't know. There's just the shifter camps out there somewhere in the middle of those woods. I don't take no mind to that. No.
Well, appreciated.
You're welcome. Hope you enjoyed your breakfast, love. I've got to get back to work and she's sweeping out in the back.
Did she say she was married?
Yeah.
Made the best steak I've ever had.
Whoa, you got high eyes for Ilja.
Oh, so you made something called a waffle blanket? Can you hook me up with one of those?
Making a waffle right now for you.
Yes. These people are
That's the making the waffle.
half of this campaign is going to be people eating food.
That's a common thing that people do.
And
The other half is pooping.
I mean, that's just, let's be real for a second. That's just a stumped thing. We always devolve into talking about food after a few minutes. Oh, shit.
Your waffle.
I want to note that I've been writing in my journal.
You've been writing in your journal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been up probably awake before all of them.
Okay. Now, is there anything in particular that...
No, I just like to write it. I like to journal.
Okay. You have journaled.
Yes.
You did it.
And
Okay.
little stickers I put in there too sometimes.
What's a sticker?
She does this thing where she draws in on different parchment, beautiful watercolors. Then she cuts them out and adhesives them to her journal.
Oh.
She calls it scrapbooking.
Yeah. Or sticker booking. And so I can remember all these fond memories later.
And you call
Or
it...
after I die, someone will read them and remember me.
Oh, morbid.
Yeah, you know.
I like it.
I'm full, y'all. So we're gonna go save this kid?
Yeah, let's go into the forest. I like the cut of Hilja's jib.
Same.
He's already taken.
I like the cut of her steak.
That's it.
Where are you all going? What's going on? Good morning, my friends. How are you doing? I hope your accommodations were lovely. What's happening?
Parent, we're gonna go out into the forest. It's gonna be pretty dangerous.
We need to get going, don't we? Shouldn't we be?
How do you feel about doing good?
No, never leave
It sounds foreign when you say it.
So since we're all leaving, it's best to, it's safety in numbers. If we just hang out for maybe another day, we can all leave together. There's just something in this town that we need to take care of.
Oh dear, I don't know. Okay, well, we can wait a little
We're
while.
already behind schedule because we're on foot, so.
Well, you're behind schedule, as am I, but, I kind of need to get moving.
Aaron, the town's been so good to us. We should get back a little bit.
What do you mean doing
I think
good?
what radar means is that there's a very good business opportunity out in the forest that we need to attend to.
What is this business opportunity? What's going on?
There's a missing boy.
What are you guys doing?
No, there's a hot springs.
Wait, what?
Oh.
There's a hot springs out in the forest that we're going to look into. If there is truly a hot springs, think of the opportunity that we could have.
That's right.
We
the
could
hot
open a
spring.
spa!
Exactly.
Lordrum, we've always wanted to open a spa!
I go upstairs.
True. You go upstairs? Like you just walk away?
Yeah.
Okay.
So forgive us, Perrin, for taking an extra day, but we just want to make sure that if this mystical, magical hot springs exists, that we take claim to it first before anybody else does.
Well, of course we need to do that. But what's this about a boy missing?
He fell in the hot spring.
Oh my goodness. Well, obviously you need to save him right away. He's gonna be burned.
Well, it's not that
Or
hot.
he's pleasantly happy.
Or he's having some steam buns.
But he
in the
can't
hot
swim.
springs.
Well, I don't think you're gonna get to him quick enough.
But
He's really just holding his breath.
there's rope that's slowly running out.
Look,
He's been stewing for 3 days. We gotta go
gotta-
check on him.
we're already maybe getting pruny.
So we need to wait here, and you're gonna go into the woods, and then we'll leave together.
Yes.
Okay.
Go enjoy yourself.
Sure.
Take the day off.
Why
You
not?
had a rough night.
Yes, well, I guess Lordrum and I will try to acquire some horses or something.
That sounds like a perfect
we can
idea.
all leave together.
Can I like holler for Helja real quick?
Sure.
Okay, and just ask Helja, do you know of any hot springs in the woods?
Why would
We gotta ask her husband.
Why would there be a hot springs around here?
I don't know, but is there?
No.
Oh shoot. Okay.
I come back downstairs packing a towel into my bag.
You have just become Thunus.
I love that because I thought you were like frustrated with them.
I did too.
And then turns out, nope, just ready to go to the beach.
And he's got his swim cap on.
One of the hats.
4 hats.
One of
he's
the hats.
packed.
I mean, a good traveler should always know where their towel is.
You always need your towel. Yes.
All right.
All right,
Atlas,
Perrin,
such a
we must
food.
be going. You two gather the horses and probably some supplies for the next couple of days. We'll meet back here at evening. We'll share another wonderful dinner, and we'll leave in the morning.
Sounds great.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Let
See
us
you
go.
soon.
All right, so then you guys all good to head out into those woods?
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
Hex is coming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
All right, so y'all are all headed eastward. No,
Yeah.
no, westward. There's an actual
woods.
map, so I need to think about where it is. So you head westward. And essentially, like, before you, what you see, for the most part, is just, it's all farmland, right? Lots of grain and, cattle and everything like that. There's all kinds of different farmland around here. And really, northern Ondair is just like this. Like, it's just farmland for ages, right? You can see pretty far off in the distance a little wooded area. I say little, it's not little. It does go on beyond that. But you can see the woods off in the distance. It's a couple miles away, so it's gonna take a little bit of time to get there. So you head on out.
I put my arm around Rhaegar and I was like, little note, if you want to get to Perrin, you need to talk business, not about goody stuff.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave that to you. I'll
Probably
just
a solid
follow your
choice.
lead.
That's a good.
If I'm going to talk business, it's probably going to be the wrong kind of business.
That as you tend to do.
Yeah.
But
Wait, if you're into wrong business, why save a child?
I'm not doing this for the child. I mean, God's willing, when the child's alive.
Listen,
is Alice listening?
Alice definitely can hear this.
Hey, don't go forcing your atheism down my throat. All right? Don't be a militant atheist with me, Atlas.
I'm not. You can believe your things, your wrong things, but yeah, you can believe what you want.
That sounds pretty militant.
Oh boy.
Anyway, the bigger goal here is going back and saying, ha, y'all are racists.
Atlas, I didn't
y'all
know
gotta
you
get
were in
yourself
the
straight
military.
with the gods.
Well, no.
You said he was militant.
Oh, Hex, that means that you get really
Aggressive?
aggressive with a cause.
Oh.
Almost as though you were in a military for atheists.
Oh. Kind of like how Perrin is militant towards beer.
Yes.
Got it.
You really should lay off. I feel bad for the little guy.
Or he should continue and then we can take advantage of him.
That's true.
So I like
We
you.
should find him a souvenir in the woods.
Like
Well,
a hot
yeah.
spring?
Yeah. I would love a hot springs.
Souvenir hot springs.
All right, you guys.
Does any of you guys whittle? Maybe we can make him
Real
like a beer
talk.
mug.
Here's what I'm thinking. We get out of the woods. Hopefully we find a hot spring. If we don't, we dig a hole. We fill it with water.
I don't think that's how water works. It's just
No.
going to get absorbed into
Not
the
if we
ground.
pour enough of it.
How's it get hot?
We'll think of that later.
Or we just blame it on the townsfolk and their silly tales.
All right. Once again, I like the way.
Maybe I should be the leader.
This is the business aspect, which I don't even know why I'm trying to do business.
I mean, you do good business.
All right.
Okay. So, after, a couple of hours of this, you guys, slowly walking your way towards here because, like I said, it's a couple miles off. So it takes you guys a little while slowly walking your way. 2 hours. You make it to the entrance of the woods. And as you're getting closer, you can see, clearly there are, there's some drag marks and whatnot that kind of lead in. Just a few of them, whatnot. They're difficult to read beyond the entrance of the forest, but you can clearly see that, yes, there are some markings here that look as if...
Can I roll a perception and see if I can figure out what the markings
Sure.
sort of entail?
Does anyone have tracking?
I have 1 to investigation.
Okay, that would work.
So I rolled a 14.
You rolled a 14, okay. Go ahead and roll. Everybody roll who wants to roll.
15, 16.
All right, you roll a 16. Okay.
Would perception be?
You can roll perception for it.
Or
I'm doing
can I do
investigation.
investigate or perception?
I mean, investigate, I think, is based off of wisdom, right?
I'll roll perception.
No, investigate is in.
And
Is it really?
Wisdom is perception.
is wisdom.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna do perception.
Yeah, whichever's better then. All right, so you rolled a 16. What'd you roll?
Is that a 9? Yeah, 19. See,
19
Wow.
plus 3, so
Okay.
22.
14.
Okay, plus what? You have a whole bunch of...
Are you doing perception?
I have no idea.
Look at your perception.
So
Because you have observant or
plus
whatever.
4.
plus 4
So you have
plus.
18.
I've got
He has a
more.
huge
yeah,
bonus
yeah.
to it.
Plus 5 bonus. That's for passive perception.
Okay, so we're gonna say that yours was the highest.
Yep.
So, Brittany, everybody's kind of like looking and trying to figure out what's going on. And Brittany, you notice clearly that there are 2 different kind of sets of tracks in the woods. There are a handful of tracks heading off to the left, and then off to the right there are some tracks, and that's where you can see also sort of the drag marks kind of that move along in that direction. So yeah, clearly 2 sets that you could follow.
I relay this information to everybody.
Okay.
These drag marks, how big are they? Are they like, is it like,
Imagine
Like
if
almost
a
like a-
cow were to be dragged.
so huge?
Huge, yeah.
Huge, okay. So you were saying there's cattle missing, right?
All sorts of livestock, as well as a boy.
So obviously,
Boys like a cow.
Smaller even. Unless it's a big boy.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him how big his boy was.
Yeah.
I also didn't ask for his name.
was he a teeny weeny or a beefy?
We do not know if we're dealing with a teeny weeny or a beefy weefy.
But
we're
we
just
could
gonna
see
turn back
that
now.
something beefy weefy was being dragged.
That's true.
Yeah. So do we want to follow this, or should we,
Or just ignore it? No, we're going to follow
No,
this.
I'm just saying. I don't want to follow this and get ambushed.
I want to follow it.
Would we know if the shifters have like a different footprint than a typical humanoid, like, or do they have typical?
They would, but I don't think any of y'all have enough like specialization to where you would know
Notice.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will we have enough notice if we notice like a tiny childlike footprint versus an adult footprint?
You don't see anything that looks like childlike footprints.
Okay.
And any of the things, any of the footprints and the dragging and stuff like that, was there any signs of like struggle?
The dragon?
No.
No,
No,
not at all.
no struggle in this area, no.
So I elect to follow the drag marks.
Yeah.
I believe that we will come across some shifters, and I think we'll be able to talk to them.
Well, I think we're going to come across something. I want to get to the bottom of whatever the heck this was that got dragged through it.
I'm with you.
Could have just been someone dragging some equipment to dig a well or something. We don't know what this is.
A hot spring.
Exactly.
Let's go.
He's really stuck on this
yelling
hot
this
spring.
out?
Okay, so is everybody in
Yeah,
agreement?
yeah,
You're going to
that's fine.
follow
Let's go.
the drag marks? All right,
If
so
we don't find anything, we can just come back and go the other way.
Like, I'm really scared, like, not scared, but like, I'm uneasy about just following this straight into where it's going. Like, I'm on guard the entire way.
okay, yeah, I'd assume you're all kind of a little more on high alert than normal, but still passive perception is in play. So you guys follow these tracks as best you can. They do, as you kind of move deeper into the woods, and you do make your ways fairly deep into the woods, you come into an area where like all of a sudden you see a lot of footprints and all kinds of activity moving in a lot of directions. Here you can see signs of a struggle.
Okay.
You can see that it appears branches were broken, all kinds of stuff happening, little evidence of like maybe blood and fur and all that kind of stuff. And the drag marks do continue just a little bit further off towards a very dark and twisted pathway that you can also see kind of a little bit of like a cave kind of in the distance there.
Okay.
All right. What you also see in the scuffle kind of area is you do see what appear to be tracks that kind of entered and left off to one side, and another area where there are other sets of tracks that appear to be more moving towards the cave area. So it does seem to be 2 distinct sets of things. What you can
Can we roll a perception to make out what kind of tracks these are?
I don't think any of y'all have a proficiency that would allow you to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you can try. You can try.
Can
and
we
roll
at
it.
least roll and determine
You
if
can go
they
a-
aren't human?
What I'll say is you can go ahead and roll it. If you get a natural 20, then obviously all rules go out the window. But
I did not get a natural.
yeah, for the most part, no,
I'll roll it.
because you do need some knowledge.
10.
So yeah, no, you can't really. There's not much you can glean about it. I mean, you can see that at least one set of the footprints is a person.
I see. Are they wearing shoes? Are they shoe footprints?
There are definitely some shoe footprints. Yes, not all, but some are shoe footprints.
Okay.
And others look more like footprints.
All right.
And others look more like drag marks.
Okay.
So as you're exploring this area, start to hear a growling noise
That's just my
from
tummy.
off in the wooded area.
Would that be the not cave direction?
In neither of those directions.
Oh.
It's just coming from the woods.
Okay.
Right? And you can hear that it's getting closer. You kind of hear some like stomping kind of noises.
Okay. Heads up on guard, y'all.
And everyone should roll initiative.
Oh, nice.
I meant to do
What
that.
kind of initiative was that?
It was initiative into my lap.
6 plus 3, 9.
I got a
I
9.
got 14.
All right, so we got Brittany with a 14. We got, what do you got, Atlas?
11.
Okay, so we got Atlas with 11. What'd you get?
9.
9.
I also got a 9.
All right, so it's going to be Brittany first, Atlas, Chris, and Rhaegar.
But nothing's come out yet, right? We just
Nothing has come out yet. So from out of the woods, you see a pack of giant badgers
Oh.
burst onto the scene. Just badgers. And they're big, so they are kind of like honey badgers. So let's go ahead and place some people on the board. Everybody grab your piece, throw it on there. Someone throw a hex out there. So we'll start with number 4 there.
Yeah.
Number 4 is looking right at Atlas
Yeah.
and lunges just immediately, just bloodthirsty lunges at you. Let's see. 14's not going to hit you, right?
No, your armor class has to be better than that.
Yeah, where is my...
Mine's 14.
Yours is like 18 or 19
18.
or something. Yeah. Okay. And then, but it gets 2 attacks, so it also attacks again. Also doesn't hit. So essentially what happens is this badger lunges at you, leaps into the air. And again, these are giant badgers, so they're a little bit bigger than your average badger, right? More like, let's say, kind of the size of a wolverine almost, you know? So a little bit bigger,
Yeah.
but not quite massive. Leaps up at you, and it kind of like swings its claws at you and tries to bite onto your shield, and just kind of like grabs onto the shield and then kind of like glances off and lets go, kind of like falls and hits the ground.
Yeah.
Number 2 tries the same thing.
Okay.
Also sees you and also tries to bite at you. But again, glancing off of the armor. Number 1 sees Hex and does not think that he looks too delicious, but still for some reason bloodthirstily attacks at him. And also does not hit.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 are in the back, just kind of like they're foaming at the mouth a little bit, looking at the
rabbit.
rest of you. All right, then next up is Brittany Battle Axes.
Okay. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation.
Oh.
And
I'm having the same thought.
ooh, it's
Yeah.
almost like we're sisters.
I know.
And I am going to create a sound of a fierce giant golden eagle, natural predator
Okay.
of the badger.
Okay.
So it's like, so it sounds like it's coming from the trees.
Okay. And
it's
so,
like-
Would your character have known that a golden eagle is the natural
Yeah.
predator of the badger?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, did you just look it up?
Yeah.
Oh, you just looked it up?
I don't naturally know about bad. I looked it up. That's what Google is for.
You don't have Google in the woods.
Yeah, but my character would know that, because they're out in the woods all the
All right.
time.
No, you need to roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
All right, you know.
That's not bad.
You knew it, okay?
Fine, I won't be creative,
no,
okay?
no,
I'll
no.
just attack with a bow.
You're supposed to be creative.
No, you're totally supposed to be creative.
Yeah.
It's just that like that's a bit of knowledge that your character wouldn't necessarily have, kind of in the same way that I told you guys you have no animal knowledge to be able to figure out the tracks.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that I also wouldn't have thought you would have done. But because you rolled that, I will let you do it. So you're making the sound of a gold eagle emanate from the woods in order to scare these off.
That's my plan.
Yes. What is the save on that? Is there one, or is this not an attack?
It's just a transmutation cantrip.
Okay.
So it just allows you to do a
Like a little.
shower of sparks, puff of wind, faint musical notes, or auto. You can instantly create like
So it doesn't really have, it's not like a target or anything like that. So
No,
there's no
it's
save from it. It just makes a sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the sound emanates, and clearly 3 and 5, who have not yet attacked, they kind of like look back towards the woods, and they're kind of like shaking a little bit, like you can see them like looking around. But other than that, it doesn't seem to have really affected much. 4, 2, and 1, who are in the front, who are currently in combat, they are still just focused on attacking everything in sight. That's one action. You can still move if you wanted to, and do bonus actions if you have any of those.
I'll just move to the back,
Okay.
and then using a free action, I will give Bardic Inspiration to you.
All right. Okay. Next up is Atlas.
Coolio. I think I'm going to try to do Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
What is Thunderous Smite?
So Thunderous Smite. The first time you hit with a melee weapon, your weapon makes a thunderous boom and spans 300 feet from you. The attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed a strength save or be pushed back 10 feet away from you.
Ooh.
Damn.
And knocked prone.
So your hammer's Mjolnir, basically.
Yeah, that's a Mjolnir right there. Meow meow. All right, who are you attacking? What are you doing?
I'll be attacking number 2.
Okay.
And I'll first,
You need to roll to hit it, right?
I don't know how to do spells, Bryce.
Wait, it's a spell? All right,
It's a spell.
Anna, can you look over there and help him?
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
Trying to do this.
Thunderous Smite. Okay, let me just take this from you.
You'll get it eventually, but it is complex, but it's like, I'm not over there, so I can't see it.
With a melee weapon attack, your weapon makes a thunderous boom that spans 300 feet from you. The attack deals an extra, so you have to basically roll an attack first.
You have to make an attack.
Okay, so make an attack.
So I don't need to declare that I'm doing Thunderous.
Yeah.
I mean, you are doing Thunderous Smite, but you still have to roll
Right, I know I need to do a normal attack, but like, can I, like, say if I'm in a situation where like I'm rolling to do an attack and it succeeds, can I then choose to do, okay, this is going to be a Thunderous?
No, you need to declare it first, because otherwise, you can't just be like, oh, it hit. Oh, by the way, I'm doing Thunderous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically,
And doesn't it say on your first hit, so is Thunderous?
It's only on the first.
It's only on the first
so
strike,
but I
right?
think that what that implies,
Yeah.
like
Like
it's
if I was-
every time on the first hit. That implies to me that he doesn't have to actually count it. Does that make sense?
No, that doesn't make sense. The first time you hit with a melee weapon, and that can be interpreted.
I assume that means like maybe if I'm
Multiple
dual wielding 2 weapons or something?
or
like
if you're like a fighter and you
I'd
have
say you can only do
multiple
it
hits.
once.
Yeah, because fighters can hit multiple times in a row.
Well, it's a
Right.
spell, so like he's only going to be able to use it.
I don't think it's a spell. It sounds like an ability to me.
It's an evocation. At least that's what you said.
Yeah, it's an evocation.
So it's an evocation spell. Okay, so it's going to take you a spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay, so then yes, you are declaring it. Okay, so then go ahead and roll your attack on number 2, and if you succeed, then it's a Thunderous Smite. So tell us what it looks like as you're charging this up. Right, these badgers have come at you. They've gnawed on your shield. They've glanced off of
Maybe
your
we
armor.
should describe it after he rolls to see.
No. I want to hear him charge it up first,
Yeah.
and then I want him to roll his attack.
Okay, so I'm raising this thing up, and you can start to see like a faint glow coming from the hammer.
Does your runes glow?
The rooms that I have scratched out, you can see the scratches start to glow, all right? That's what you can see start glowing. And I'm holding it up much longer than I normally would to allow that to start to resonate.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it starts to kind of crackle us. Yeah. Oh, it's Mjolnir. That's great.
Little known fact: the runes on his mace.
Oh no, buddy!
I got a 3.
Oh no.
Okay, so
Can I not use this thing or whatever? No,
You
that
can't,
wouldn't.
but it wouldn't. I
Yeah.
wouldn't waste
well, what's your
it.
total?
On Thunderous Smite anyway, would it be this? +3?
No, just do it like look at your regular attack because you're doing a regular attack.
Then +4.
Okay, so your total is 7.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to use your Bardic Inspiration, you could.
They'll add some.
Potentially 6, right?
Potentially 6, yeah.
You
Or
got
you can
2
wait.
bards. We can give you more.
Sure.
So you want
4
to it.
So total's 11?
Yeah.
Okay, so. you,
Oh god.
roll the damage first.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm rolling damage. All right.
That's a good sign.
Roll the damage first.
So I have to roll a few different things.
Yeah, you gotta roll a lot.
So first, my normal Warhammer plus this works in conjunction with dueling. Add an extra 2d6.
So roll your weapon damage and the spell damage.
Yeah.
Is that the idea? Okay.
And then I also get a +2 dueling damage as well.
Also, I get this part.
Okay.
So
Yeah, just roll it once if you can.
Yeah, just roll them all.
So it's, what was all this?
So that's 2 plus 4.
That's
plus
7 right
2.
there.
That's 7.
So that's 7 plus 2, 9 plus 2.
11.
That's 11.
11. So, you raise this up, the runes are glowing, you bring it down atop the badger, you smash it right on the head and singe all of its fur off. It is a hairless giant badger right now. It is bloody. It is not looking good,
Now-
but it is not dead.
Here's the thing. There's stuff in addition to what you just did, the thunderous, what's it? Because it also pushes back enemies.
the way, yeah.
Okay.
And prones them.
So you did kind of like an underhanded smack, right? So you went like, and kind of like did that. And not only did you singe off its fur, but it launched through the air and it landed 10 feet back, so put it 2 squares back this way. Yep,
This way?
there. No, yeah, right there.
Okay.
And it just thumps to the ground.
Yeah.
Still breathing, but it does not look very good.
Cool.
Next up is Hex. And you notice Hex kind of does this thing where like he takes his one hand and places it over his other hand, and as he does that, he pulls his sword out from kind of like his arm, and that's where his.
Is his arm a sword?
No, he just pulls his sword out from his arm.
Okay.
And so now he's got his badass flaming looking sword, laser sword looking thing, and he kind of takes a swing at the one in front of him. So Hex just kind of does like a quick little like, and kind of like swings his sword very quickly at the badger in front of him, and he hits it pretty well. You can see it kind of like yelps a little bit almost.
Yeah.
And he does a nice little hit on it. So next up is Christina.
So you said 2 of them got scared by the eagle's call, right? Mm-hmm. Which ones?
The ones in the
and
back,
3.
3 and 5.
3 and 5? All right, so I'm also gonna use prestidigitation.
Okay.
And basically what I wanna do is, obviously they just had a thunderous strike happen. One of them is completely like prone, it's hairless. I imagine the other ones are kind of scared. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna create like a giant, not a giant, but like use prestidigitation to basically create like a flash of light right in front of it.
Okay.
So I kind of want to just scare it off, basically.
Okay.
Like if we could just reduce the amount of things that we're trying to like fight.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna try and make a big flash of light.
Yeah.
At number 3.
Because it's already spooked by the eagle noise. I want to see if I can
Right.
just
That's
spook
your
it. Yeah.
That's your interpretation. That's what you're. Okay. Give me.
So I'm gonna do that with number 3.
Okay. So number 3, for some reason to the rest of y'all, it does seem to kind of like react to something, like kind of like pops up onto its hind legs and it's kind of like standing up, kind of like clawing at the air, kind of back and forth.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go anywhere, but it does fall prone. Right? So it's kind of like it falls onto its back and it's kind of like slashing everywhere. It doesn't seem to know what's going on.
I don't know much about rabid badgers, but that seems unusual even for them.
And with my bonus action, I'm gonna use a die.
Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah, and because I'm behind these guys, I'm gonna give it to Rhaegar because he's coming up next.
Okay.
Buddy,
Rhaegar.
Thank
Got a
you.
Bardic
do
Inspiration.
this.
All right.
All right.
What do you say to Rhaegar to give him some inspiration?
don't fuck this up.
So inspiring.
I'm inspired even by
Oh
that.
yeah, 100%.
So I've got to move into attack range, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to move here to
Okay.
attack number 4, okay?
Okay.
Now, I'm going to use sneak attack, which I don't need to have advantage on if there's a enemy of my target, which is Ash, within 5 feet.
Okay.
So I'm going to use the sneak attack, which is going to be a 2d6.
All right.
I don't have 2d6, so I'm going to actually just use...
We'll roll your d20 first.
Yes, of course, I got to roll my initiative first.
D6 is right there.
That's a 10.
You add your attack bonus.
Oh, yeah, of course. A 5.
Okay. So you got a 15?
I got a 15.
All right, yeah. So you definitely hit it. So
And-
describe to us what you do sidestepping around Atlas.
Four so enamored with Atlas that I just sort of sneak to the side
It's
of it.
gnawing on his shield right
Exactly.
now.
So I see like its sort of flank is open, and so I'm going to take out my rapier
Okay.
and do a sneak attack.
Do you have a rape?
Oh, I'm gonna roll that one again.
Roll it again.
Thank you.
Just throw it on the middle of
This
the
is
table,
why
please.
I want to.
There you go.
Dice tower. Okay. So that's a 6. Oh, plus
Plus your damage bonus.
my damage bonus exactly.
Well, 'cause, yeah, don't you add more for the sneak attack?
Right. So hold on. That's where I'm a little confused right now. Hold on. You can deal an extra 2d6. Okay. So I still need to roll my weapon damage.
Right.
Which is 1d8 plus 3.
Okay.
So that's
Wow.
So that's an
11.
8, 9, 10, 11 plus
All right.
6. That's 17.
All right.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
So this thing, number 4, that is gnawing on Atlas's shield. You know, Atlas is just holding it right there. He's just thundered one off into the distance, singed and hairless. And this one is just gnawing on the end of the shield. So you just sneak around and deftly just rapier in, out, and it just falls.
Cool.
Just dead.
Finally killed something.
Dude, you did a murder.
Yeah.
Did a murder.
Like, I mean, it's like one of those things where
Guys,
like,
I've never killed anything.
it's not like flashy in the way that the explosive hammer was, but everybody's a little bit grossed out almost with how quickly and efficiently you just killed that thing. Just done. All right, did you want to do anything with your bonus action or your move? Or, oh no, you already moved. Well, you could break up your move. But.
Nah, I'm fine.
Okay, so then next up would be the Badgers. 3 is still kind of like batting at the air and whatnot, but it kind of like gets itself back up to its feet, but sort of seems to be kind of wandering around a little bit. So just move it a couple squares in that direction.
Like how many feet?
Just 10 feet that way, okay? Then number 2 also gets back up to its feet, and it's sort of like hesitant, but takes a step forward, kind of like getting into position, right? Number 5 dashes
At me?
at Atlas.
Okay.
Okay, and what's your AC again?
18.
Gosh. Okay, so
Someone hit me?
yeah, so it bites at your shield, just like the other one has. And it kind of like, as it's doing that, it sort of, you kind of like lift up a little bit. Like you didn't realize how strong it was going to be, and so it kind of like lifts your shield up a little bit. And when it does that, it claws like this, and it kind of catches you just right under the armor, just right in that little sweet spot where you're not protected. And so it does 6 slashing damage to you.
Wow.
Yeah. And then number 1 swings at Hex. And nope. So Hex, again, this thing is swinging at him, and he's just kind of like dodging left and right. It's not even biting him, he's just kind of like, it misses him. All right, I think that was all of them. So next up, Brittany, battle axes.
All right, it looks like 5 is in my path, so I will pull out my longbow and shoot it in its dumb face.
Okay, you're aiming at 5.
Yeah. Well, 13.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
1d8. 8. Wow. So 11
11.
points of piercing damage.
Yeah, you fire an arrow right into number 5, the one that just clawed at Atlas. And so basically like,
I say, stay away from his hat!
Basically, it's essentially like in this sequence, because again, these turns, they only take 6 seconds, right? So it's all kind of happening concurrently. So it's like shield goes up, claws go in, arrow hits it like right in the side of the head, and it just kind of like falls to the ground like startled. Still alive, but very, very poorly, as they say.
It's not good at being alive.
Yeah. Next up will be Atlas.
Sorry, I was just confirming if I could or could not do this spell to this creature, and I don't think I can, because it has to understand.
All right, so while
my
you're doing that,
language.
Hex will go ahead and take his turn. He swings, but he misses at the badger.
Really?
Yeah, he's distracted by what happened to his friend Atlas, because that's
This is what
essentially
happens
his only
when you
friend.
bond with a warforge.
Yeah.
Is it?
Wow, dude.
Talk about racist.
They're people too.
I'm just going to do a regular attack.
Okay.
So,
16.
16.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit it.
But yeah, you have also a bunch of other stuff.
So, I'm going to do 1d8. Yeah, 1d8.
Which one are you attacking?
I'm going to be
Dude, everyone's rolling 8s.
Number 5?
This is insane.
the one closest to me.
All right, number 5. Okay.
Yeah, and so
That's an 8, dude.
8 plus 4, technically.
12.
2 from bludgeoning and 2 from dueling. So, 12.
Yeah, so that was the one that you also shot. Yeah, it just explodes.
From the hammer.
Yeah,
just
like I mean, like it's kind of like
Is it like in Dragon Age? There's just like blood splatter.
Yeah,
all over
like
Ash's face?
even you, like everybody kind of like takes a second of just like, oh,
That was the one that slashed me,
yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So you got revenge. So, ouch. So basically, in sequence, shield up, claw in, arrow to the neck, explode. Hex concerned. Christina, next.
So I guess I'm gonna come over here and help Hex because this one's obviously, well,
Confused.
Confused. I kind of like, if it's confused, I kind of want to just get it out of here maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna do prestidigitation one more time. And this time, since it's confused, right in front of its nose, in the direction that where Rhaegar is, I'm gonna create a powerful stank.
A stank?
A stank.
The stankiest.
You know, I'm
Like
also
something.
over there.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to attack you. I don't.
thank you.
So like, I imagine it's looking for some type of food. I want like something that's really just disgusting and rotten.
Okay, so you're gonna try and make the smell of something disgusting and rotten where?
Like right here between Rhaegar and the badger.
you could put it anywhere and you put it right there.
Well, I don't want him to attack it. Like it's
Okay.
already confused and wandering
Okay.
around. I want to be
So
like
you're doing more prestidigitation, you're gonna make a stinky smell right next to
right
it.
there. Like
Okay.
really
Cool.
disgusting. Like
Can I ask a question real quick out of character?
Yep.
If a badger smells the smell,
Yep.
won't it want to go to that smell?
That's what I'm thinking.
it depends on what kind of smell it is.
yeah.
I want to make. I want it.
I'm pretty sure that
I
a
don't-
lot of scavenger type creatures go right towards a stanky smell.
What about like sulfur?
I don't know. I don't know.
Again, your character has to have this knowledge.
Yeah.
Does your character
No.
know what badgers
I
don't like the
know.
smell of?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm
Right.
like trying to think. Do I want like rotten meat or do I want like something like sulfuric?
Okay. All right.
You gotta
roll.
go-
I want you to roll a d20.
Okay. 16.
Okay. So you would know that if you made a rotten meat smell, the badger's gonna go right for that.
Okay. I'm gonna do
Okay?
sulfur.
You're gonna make a smell of sulfur.
Like.
All right.
Like something like just
Sure.
awful. Like
Sure. Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah. Sulfur smells like rotten eggs. You know.
I'm
Wanna
still
take a
doing it.
second?
I'm doing it.
You're doing it. Okay.
I'm doing it.
So the smell of rotten eggs suddenly emanates next to Rhaegar.
Ew.
What is your response?
How far does this stank go?
It's that
You don't know it was her. It just happens.
It's that sausage, isn't it?
I didn't even hear myself. I didn't feel myself fart. I didn't hear it. I have some weird bowel problems right now.
It's the panic from the badgers. I get it.
So, confused number 3 turns towards the smell and dashes in that direction and just kind of like starts biting.
Oh, jeez.
But not at Rhaegar, but at the space next to Rhaegar.
Okay.
Right? Because again, this is a blinded badger. So, if you could move it forward a little bit. And Rhaegar, you could take an attack of opportunity if you so chose.
Awesome. I have advantage. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Which
'cause
means
I-
you roll 2 d20 and take the better roll.
Cool. That's a 16 and
You don't have to roll again.
that's a 14. Two
right.
not terrible rolls.
All right.
Okay.
So, you get a free little attack, so go ahead and roll your base damage.
Yep. That's a 1d8 plus 3.
Yep.
That's a 7.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, as it dashes by, you just take like a nice little slash at it as it goes by. Or is it
Perfect.
piercing? I think it's piercing is actually
It's
with a rapier.
piercing, yeah.
So you just gotta give it a little poke in the rump, and it definitely hurt a little bit from that.
Is it bloody?
Yes, I would say that it is blooded. Yes.
See, my intention was to like scare it off
Yep.
completely.
But you made something
Will you
delicious
ever
smelling.
like be able to scare it off? I mean, you'll just
well, I
you just
already
distract it. Kind of.
I will say this.
confused it.
In context, I'm gonna have to look into how prestidigitation works in combat. I don't feel like in combat it's necessarily supposed to work in the fashion that y'all are trying to use it, which is like as a like the effects of it are going to always be up to me to come up
Yeah,
with
yeah.
because there are no save throws, there is nothing else to it, so it's all going to just be kind of
Well,
like
I mean,
as it goes.
It's an animal, so and then it creates like smells, like a shower of sparks,
Yeah.
puff of wind, stuff like that. Like,
But wouldn't it just like cause a or like give us advantage because it's distracted? It wouldn't just like
If it makes a distraction, right? If it makes a distraction. But the other part is, as D&D works, if you do something super creative that I feel like, okay, that should do something awesome, I'll make it happen. So you guys have been coming up with funny ideas. So yeah, I'm making them run off and I'm making them do silly stuff because it works. All right, next up, Rhaegar.
Okay, so number 3, is it distracted? Do I have advantage?
I'll say you don't have an advantage in this
That's fair enough.
context.
Then I'll just go ahead and do another
Another base attack.
with my rapier.
Go for it.
Dude!
No, you gotta roll the attack first.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you keep that.
Thank you!
Yeah.
God damn it. That's 5 weight, but I'm gonna use my
Use
well
your
that's
inspiration?
5 plus my
What's your bonus?
my bonus, which
I think you
is
said it was plus 5 or
a
something.
5, so
Okay.
that's a 10.
Okay.
And then I'll roll this one, so that's a 13.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it, and you got an 8.
8 plus 3, so that's
So I'll say this:
11.
it's totally acceptable to roll dice out of order.
Okay.
Because it's also totally fine to roll literally all of your dice at once.
Right.
So that's why I let Rick keep that.
Thank
and
you.
all of y'all in the future, if you roll a dice, after accidentally rolled out of order, you can keep it. Okay, so yeah, you murdered it.
Yay!
You poked it in the rump as it came by, and then as it stopped to kind of like lick its wounds, boom, another one right to the heart.
Poor thing.
Poor thing's dead. So 2, the hairless one.
Yeah. What's up, hairless
Yeah,
one?
it sees you again, and it's mad.
Okay.
So it dashes at you once again,
Buddies are dead. Revenge.
and yeah, it gnaws on your shield so hard, but it can't get you.
Good shield.
And number 1, seeing its friend gnawing just so hungrily, also comes
at
at
me?
you, and also just grabbing onto that shield.
I should get a shield smash move or something. Right.
So then next
At
up
least a
would
shield
be
guard, something
Brittany.
to protect your shield.
Yeah,
I do have a shield of faith thing.
there.
Yeah.
I'm just making them.
sure. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm just gonna shoot another badger that's on Alice's shield. The
Okay.
one right in front of me. I'm gonna try. 16 will hit.
Yes.
7 points of piercing damage.
Which one did you aim at?
1. The
Okay.
one that's right in front of me.
Okay. So,
That's
is
dead.
there any flourish you want to throw at it?
You can hear the aggressive dead.
It's not there.
Oh, I just
I
heard
can
the.
I was marking out what's already there, and then I'm adding the number of its
I
hit
said,
points.
stay away from his hat.
Again.
Beast.
They're gnawing at the shield, and as Atlas sort of swings this way, it's more in your orientation, and right as it does, you just let loose an arrow, and it just sinks right into that badger, knocking it off the shield, and it goes back another 10 feet.
Oh, damn.
And it's looking poorly. It's very, very bloody.
I don't need a mighty flourish. I do the job correctly.
You get it done. You get it done. Atlas, what would you like to do?
Can I do Thunderous Smite again?
No.
No.
I mean, no, yes, you could. I mean, if you have more spell
How many
slots.
spell slots do you have?
You've used one. Now, here's what I would keep in mind. Well, okay, there's 2 things you should keep in mind.
Yeah.
A, we're probably almost done for today.
Yeah.
And I'll probably refresh your guys' stuff for next time, so it's probably fine. But B, you should consider this was a relatively easy interaction.
Right. Yeah.
And you always want to keep in mind how many spells you're using for future interactions.
That's fair.
When we fight the evil hot springs.
But for now,
Now I got to invent a hot springs because it's too good.
please do.
It's too
Sorry,
good.
not sorry.
yeah, I'm going to try to do Thunderous Smite again.
On the hairless one in front of you.
Okay, I'll say before I do it, I'm trying to do what I did before, underhand, and knock him into his friend right behind.
Okay.
So it's bowling.
Okay. Yeah.
Bowling for
let's
badgers.
do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
19.
Holy crap. Okay. Roll all your damage. It doesn't matter, but roll it anyways.
Okay, so it's going to be this plus
2d6
plus 4.
plus 4, yeah. So that's another 8. Jesus Christ.
No, it's an 8 plus 6.
I know.
Plus your bonus.
plus 4.
Okay, so here's what happens.
18.
You smash number 2, the hairless, singed, nearly dead badger. It shatters. And what I mean by shatters is you split it open and its bones go flying out as shards and pierce through number 1,
So
killing that one as well.
The
that a
vibration
fatality?
of the thunderous strikes actually loosen the bones from the skin.
Like it was already weak, and you just boom, and it just slams into the other one.
This
and
is like some Mortal Kombat
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's fatality.
and I said
Yeah.
fatality.
I just have to say, the amount of times that we've rolled 8s when rolling
No.
d8s
Yeah.
is insane.
I want everyone listening
Don't tell
or
the
watching
DM about our
this.
loaded dice.
Everyone listening or watching this in the future, when we have a day when one of these people is complaining about rolling rolling all of the worst rolls, remember this day.
Yeah.
Remind
Day of
them of
eights.
this day. The day of eights. That's what we shall call it.
Yeah,
the day of eights.
Crazy eights.
The day of
Okay.
eights.
So, you have defeated the evil badger horde.
Evil.
Suck it, Badger.
Or they just misunderstood.
They were just hungry.
That's why I tried to scare him
Little
away.
rabid.
Yeah, a little rabid.
I'm gonna say the meat on the badgers that you killed, not good anymore. We're not eating those ones.
Already
So,
cooked.
are we going to Red Dead this and skin them?
The ones that are skinnable.
Ones that can be skinned
Yeah, I
One
feel
that
like
had
there's
bones still left in their body.
Hat.
out of some of them.
That is distasteful.
So, to bring this session sort of to an end, y'all finish your combat, right? You're a little kind of like shaken from what happened, and sort of off in the distance, sort of in the direction back of the way you came,
Yeah.
you hear the scuffling of footprints.
Oh.
And as feets, the scuffling of toes moving.
I was like, those are
hear
some
the-
loud
You hear the footprints. You don't hear
pitter-patter
footprints.
of
You hear the pitter patter of feet. You hear the pitter patter of feet moving. And as you turn and look, you see a few shapes of people kind of run away.
Oh.
Mine.
Shifters.
Racist.
And that is where we'll end this session, and we'll pick up next time on Hero Squad.
Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed that episode of Hero Squad, and if you guys want access to episodes a week early, maybe consider becoming one of our patrons at patreon.com, like all these amazing people have. In addition to receiving awesome rewards, your contributions also help us create original content like Hero Squad and so much more. So if you can, click that link down below, and thanks so much for your support.